Greetings, fellow time travelers. Welcome back to Secrets of the Ancients, where we uncover the hidden mysteries of lost civilizations and dive deep into the secrets that shaped our world. I'm your archaeological guide, and today we're about to reveal something absolutely mind-blowing. A discovery so incredible that it challenged everything scientists thought they knew about ancient technology. Picture this. Over 2,000 years ago, the ancient Greeks created a device so advanced that modern scientists spent an entire century trying to understand how it worked. This wasn't just a simple tool, it was a sophisticated computer that could predict astronomical events with stunning accuracy. Before we dive into this incredible mystery, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Trust me, what we're about to uncover will completely transform your understanding of ancient civilizations. Here's the puzzle that will blow your mind. How much time passed between the invention of the very first computer and our modern machines? Most people would tell you the first electronic computer was ENIAC, created by American researchers in 1945. Others might mention Charles Babbage's difference engine from 1822. But what if I told you that the real story goes back over 2 millennia? In 1900, a group of divers were searching for sponges in the Mediterranean Sea between Crete and the Peloponnese. Instead of sponges, they discovered something extraordinary, a shipwreck loaded with ancient treasures. This was one of the most significant archaeological discoveries of that era. Among the marble Greek sculptures and various ancient objects, they found a strange stone block about the size of a book. It ended up in a museum, just like everything else they recovered. But here's where the mystery begins. Several months later, archaeologists began examining this peculiar stone. What they discovered inside left them absolutely stunned. Bronze gears. This caused profound amazement because, according to established knowledge at the time, such a mechanism simply could not exist in ancient Greece. The technology of that era had never achieved such complexity. Researchers began studying this singular object but couldn't comprehend its true nature. They named it the Antikythera Mechanism, and it became the subject of research for over a century. Its extreme fragility complicated the analysis tremendously. After resting for millennia under the sea, the entire assembly was so severely damaged that its internal components would disintegrate at the slightest touch. Over decades of research, the object crumbled into 82 distinct fragments, becoming an enigma for researchers worldwide. Can you imagine the frustration? They finally understood. It was an astronomical calculation machine, but the pieces were falling apart in their hands. Here's where modern technology came to the rescue. Scientists used a combination of X-rays, tomography, and digital modeling to partially reconstruct this incredible mechanism. What they found was absolutely astonishing. This complex device contained about 30 rotating gears that set dials in motion, all activated by a simple hand crank. This assembly allowed the ancient Greeks to track the trajectories of the moon and sun, predict eclipses, and even determine the dates of the Olympic Games. Think about that for a moment. Over 2,000 years ago, they had a device that could predict celestial events. The whole thing evokes a Silicon Valley before its time, where the brightest minds of ancient Greece united to design a visionary enterprise. The Antikythera Mechanism proves that certain ancient civilizations already possess solid astronomical knowledge and advanced tools for studying the stars. But here's what makes this truly revolutionary. For that era, this wasn't just a simple device, it was a genuine computer. The user would input data, and the apparatus would deliver results after performing elaborate calculations. In 2016, researchers discovered an inscription engraved on the mechanism containing over 3,000 symbols. It was essentially an instruction manual. Alright, so, let's dive into the fascinating world of the Antikythera Mechanism. The text you see contained indications about eclipse colors, celestial movements, and various astrological omens. It formed, well, a reference list of phenomena associated with planets visible in the sky. Now, the ancient Greeks, they had this remarkable understanding that all celestial bodies visible in the night sky followed similar trajectories, pretty close to Earth's orbital plane around the sun. But, without having the necessary means to determine these movements with precision, they developed the Antikythera Mechanism. It was designed, at least partly, for this very function. This interpretation, interestingly enough, finds support in the writings of the famous Roman orator Cicero. he mentions a machine capable of reproducing the movement of celestial bodies, and it's attributed to the scholar Archimedes. According to Cicero, this machine represented the course of, well, 5 so-called wandering stars, the known celestial bodies. Although Archimedes preceded the invention of the Antikythera Mechanism, he could have drawn up the plans that served as the foundation for its later construction. So here's how it worked. When you turned the crank, it set the gears in motion, both front and back. Then the dial indicated the trajectory of celestial bodies. But that's not all. The mechanism also contained an astronomical calendar and served to track major sporting events, like the Olympic Games, while allowing precise determination of eclipse dates. Quite a piece of ancient technology, isn't it? Now, pay attention to this absolutely incredible detail. The device appears to have included a function that modified observation properties based on the observer's geographical position. This means ancient astronomers had to input different coordinates from one region to another to obtain accurate results. Today, NASA computers accomplish all these tasks using sophisticated equipment worth millions, relying on electricity, circuits, processors, and countless components. And yet, the Greeks achieved comparable results 2 millennia ago with this small instrument. This completely revolutionizes our conception of ancient Greek technology. People of that era had plumbing systems and used steam to operate certain devices. Their degree of sophistication was real, but no one expected they had reached such a level. Archaeologists believed they used large rudimentary gears to turn mills, but it now appears they were capable of designing complex miniature mechanisms that remained incomprehensible to modern scholars for an entire century. Divers continue exploring the seabed where the Antikythera mechanism was discovered. They've already found other objects like nails and a bronze ring. These underwater excavations are long and perilous, considerably delaying research. Specialists estimate the Antikythera mechanism was probably not an isolated example. It's possible ancient Greeks manufactured other similar devices that are either hidden today or were melted down to recover the bronze, a precious metal at the time. When these astronomical computers broke down, they were often recycled. Some researchers consider this mechanism the ancient prototype of all our modern devices like phones, computers, and tablets, emphasizing its critical importance. But wait, there's more to this incredible story of Greek innovation. Have you ever heard of the odometer? This instrument measures the distance traveled by a vehicle. While it's digital today, it was originally mechanical and was invented by the ancient Greeks. According to some sources, Archimedes himself participated in its creation. Later, the Romans adopted it for their long journeys, where it also facilitated road construction and maintenance. The Greeks were the first to seek understanding of geometric principles. While Babylonians and Egyptians used geometry in various aspects of daily life, it was the Greeks who applied logical reasoning to define the rules and formulas we still use today. Archimedes notably observed that a solid body immersed in water displaced a quantity of water equivalent to its volume. And do you know the Hippocratic Oath? This text is solemnly recited by every new physician before beginning practice. For us, confidentiality between patients and the doctor's constant duty to heal and save lives seem obvious. Yet these principles were established by Hippocrates, the famous physician of ancient Greece. So, fellow ancient seekers, what do we make of this incredible discovery? The Antikythera mechanism proves that our ancestors were far more advanced than we ever imagined. It challenges our timeline of technological development and forces us to reconsider what ancient civilizations were truly capable of achieving. Here's my question for you. What other ancient technologies might be waiting to be discovered? What secrets still lie hidden beneath the waves or buried in forgotten tombs? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and remember, this is just one of countless mysteries waiting to be uncovered. In our next episode, we'll travel to the Caribbean, where researchers may have discovered something even more incredible: the lost city of Atlantis itself. You won't want to miss it. Until then, keep exploring, keep questioning, and never stop seeking the secrets of the ancients. Subscribe, hit that bell, and join us on this incredible journey.